After interviewing self-made millionaires and billionaires since 1984, 36 years, I'll give you their little secret that very few people seem to understand or really know. And here it is. The reason they're rich is they have no bills. Think about it. Who are the people you see in society who are very flashy? I mean, they are flying around on their Lear jet and they're taking photos, in very fancy places, and they're driving Rolls Royces and Ferraris and all these kinds of very, very flashy things. I'll tell you something I learned in the first 20 years of interviewing self-made millionaires and billionaires. This is not that group. The people doing that typically are the people that are trying to look rich, but they're actually not rich. Here's why. They have bills. When you own a jet, when you own a Rolls Royce, when you own multiple properties around the world, you have a lot of bills. There's a lot of things to pay for, right? Just the fuel on a jet to fly a couple hours is thousands and thousands of dollars. It's crazy, right? And they're taking pictures and stuff like that. Now, are there some people out there that are really rich that do that? Sure, the billionaires, the billionaire class, the Richard Bransons, the Mark Cubans. There are people out there that do it. But I will tell you, after interviewing more millionaires and billionaires than, according to the Wall Street Journal, than anyone out there has ever done, I'm not sure if that's true or not, but that's what the Wall Street Journal said, over 36 years, I'll tell you that this is not the mindset of the self-made rich. Here's what it really is. And Thomas Stanley in The Millionaire Next Door really was the one that really brought it out. And when I read his book, I thought, he's got it right. The mindset of the self-made rich is they don't want people to know they're rich. They've overcome the ego gratification of their success, and they're more interested in not being found. They want to be invisible. Of all the millionaires and billionaires I've interviewed over the years, over 1,300 at this point, face to face, very few would give me permission to tell their story or to say I interviewed them or anything else. And I thought they would, and I have some that have over the years, but probably out of 1,300, a very, very small percentage. They don't want to be found. They don't want the IRS knocking their door down. They don't want people calling them asking for money. That's why they don't put pictures of flashy, very, very flashy things on social media or anything else. They don't want to be found. They want to be left alone. There's really no good in anyone knowing you've got a bunch of money unless you like people chasing you for it or trying to sue you for it, or trying to get some of it in some either ill-gotten way or just pesty way. The average millionaire, according to Thomas Stanley, Millionaire Next Door, and I found this to be true, drives a Ford F-150, a 10-year-old Ford F-150. See, they're not buying flashy cars because they know cars are liabilities. They're not assets. Homes are liabilities. They're not assets. Assets produce income. They produce cash. They produce revenue. Liabilities cost money. They're the opposite. They believe in assets, not liabilities, so you won't see them purchasing a lot of worthless liabilities. Again, there are exceptions, but the rule is the rich have no bills. Okay, now take it home to wherever you are financially. Imagine if you had no bills. Really, imagine having no bills. I mean, you're going to have some bills. You have to have rent or mortgage or, something. You're going to pay taxes, of course. You're going to have some bills. But I mean, beyond the very minimum, imagine if you had no bills. How much cash would you have? How much extra cash would you have? This is the strategy of the rich. You won't see it in the front page of the Wall Street Journal. You won't see it on Fox News or CNN or MSNBC or anywhere else. Why? It's not sexy. It's boring. Driving a 10-year-old F-150 down the road is not sexy. It's boring. But having a bunch of money in the bank instead of driving a $200,000 car, I'd rather have the $200,000 in the bank, and so would any millionaire or billionaire. And that's one of the secrets of the self-made rich. Imagine doing this yourself. If you can get beyond the ego gratification of the flashy piece of being wealthy, well, then you can have a heck of a lot more money. It's very smart. Something to think about. Thanks for watching the blog. See you next time.